Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I'm here with my log, and my log was posing the question that we all want the answer to. Will there be a Twin Peaks Season 4? Now, for a while, there was quite a lot of talk about it, because a lot of people, I think, were a bit naive in thinking, well, they gave us a Season 3, why can't we get a Season 4? And had they gave us the Season 3 they'd planned on, we probably would have got a Season 4 right away, because it would have been produced like a conventional TV show. But because they gave Lynch control and a limited budget, there was a lot of, I think, frustration about the production and the negotiation in the first place, and I think it would take a while for the sort of taste of that to leave Lynch's mouth before he'd want to bite down on another piece of Twin Peaks pie. But he did seem to be interested, but he had to have an idea to come back for. He had to have something he wanted to say, because that's the way he works. So I wasn't very optimistic, but people seemed to keep talking about it like it was just a definite was going to happen. But there was apparently talk not long before he died that he was speaking to people in relation to a Season 4 of Twin Peaks. Now, some people are doubting these rumours. I can't remember exactly who had said that Lynch had contacted him in relation to, I think it was in relation to music or something. And that he was looking at doing stuff. Now, there was something Lynch had in some form of post-production that he was hoping to move on to before he got sick, and then had to stop going out to work because he was vulnerable because of his emphysema, and because no one wears masks and so forth. It was too dangerous for him health-wise to go out. I think stamina-wise he probably could have done another movie or something, but his health was too fragile to risk it, so I think that's what happened there. So we're probably never going to get that. Now, I know with Kubrick, when he died while they were making Eyes Wide Shut, someone was able to come in and finish it. But since this is barely even a pitch or anything or an idea for another season, I don't think anything's going to happen unless someone comes in and just says, we own this Twin Peaks property, it's worth a lot of money. Okay, the director died, that's sad. Let's just hire someone else to do it. Let's just hire Mark Frost to write it without, just throw a bunch of money at him and get someone else to direct it, and we'll have a fourth season. Something like that could happen. And that could be interesting because it could recreate some of the elements of Twin Peaks in the first and second season, which were really interesting, that David Lynch wasn't necessarily, not attached to, but not sort of clinging to or interested in. I don't know, but I'd say his death has pretty much ended it, or it's going to be the complete opposite, and it's going to free it up because there's no loyalty to Lynch or betrayal of Lynch because he's not here. So there's no one who would say, well, if they're doing it without him, I won't work on it. And if they do want to do a Twin Peaks series, another Twin Peaks series, and sort of they can always do it as claim it's some sort of ode to him and some sort of respect that they're giving to him by continuing on his story or something. So I don't know if they made money out of the series. I don't know if they sold it. I don't know, it was a big splash when it started, but I felt like it dropped off very quick, and it just the general public couldn't get into it because it was not really Twin Peaks, a mystery series. It was a David Lynch film sort of set in Twin Peaks in 18 parts, and I feel like only the fans were there at the end really engaged with it, and I guess some general audience, people who were just fascinated or interested or intrigued or had been told it was brilliant and they felt like, well, I have to explore this. So I think there was a bit of an audience, but I don't think the whole sort of Twin Peaks audience came back. I don't think there was really that general sort of the excitement was there, but I don't think it was really, they really embraced it, and I don't think it was really the phenomenon it could have been. So that would compromise it. But I don't know, what do you think? Do you think we're going to have a fourth season? Like, I'm speaking to other Twin Peaks fans, I'm hoping some of you guys actually watch this. I don't think anyone's heard anything. I don't think anything was happening where it could be continued without David Lynch. So I think if it's going to happen, it's just going to start from scratch, from an executive looking at the IP and basically saying, well, why don't we just do another series? I think that's the only chance it's got, but I think it could be done if people like Mark Frost and people who worked on the original are brought in. I mean, it's never going to have that Lynch element, but a lot of his, he left so much in the original to explore that it's like I feel like they've got enough there to work on. So I just, there's so many mysteries he left that they could explore without even having to explain them. So I'm optimistic we might get more Twin Peaks in the future, but I'm not sure what it would look like and how it would be accepted or processed by the fans and the Lynch fans particularly. I think the general TV audience could embrace it and could probably be successful and be sold, but does that count if Lynch isn't involved and the original fans aren't engaged? I don't know, but we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if we ever do. I haven't heard anything, obviously. Just now the assumption that David's death has sort of put an end to it, but we'll see.